Let's get crafting, guys. Today we're going to work on a free pattern from Premiere, and it's called the Minikins Whale. Show the pattern to you. This is the pattern, and it'll be available in my description box below. And this is the whale. And I made one already, so you can see what it looks like. It's little fins. I did do the eyes different than the pattern calls for. We can talk about that when we get to there. That is it. And what we will need to work on this pattern is a hook of your choice for the yarn that you're using, and the yarn that I'm using today is Minikins by Premiere, and it is 50% cotton and 50% acrylic. Like, this color is ice blue. And you can find these products at my store, countryhomecrafters.com. And this is white, and this one's black, and this color is teal. And these the Minikins yarn is number 2. The pattern says use a size hook B, 2.25 millimeter, or the size needed to obtain the gauge. And I usually crochet tight, so I chose to use a C hook from the Clover line Amore. And you'll need, of course, some yarn needles, a stitch counter, some scissors, and some stitch markers, which I recommend the smaller ones. These are tulip stitch markers. You can find them in my store as well. And these are brand new. This is a stitch holder case, and I've got several different ones in my store. You can go there and look and see what if you'd like to have one. Alright, so let's get started. We will start with color color A, which is blue. Move this out of the way. Alright. The pattern says, if you're following along, we're starting at the head, and with A it says create a magic ring. So let's create a magic ring, and we are going to single crochet 6 in the magic ring. Okay, I'm going to mark my first single crochet right there. Pull the ring closed. That looks like I've grabbed again. Now round 2, you're gonna 2 single crochet in each stitch around. So right now we have 6 single crochets, and once we get done with this round we should have 12 single crochets. So you put one in, put your stitch marker in, and close it. Let me ask you guys a question. You can answer me in the comments if you like. How many times have you forgot to put the stitch marker in after the round? Like you take it out and then you hold it in your mouth or put it down or wherever you put it, and then you've crocheted the whole row and you don't know where your beginning was. Tell me how many times, or if anybody's ever done that, because I do it quite a bit, unfortunately. Well, let's go. So we got one in there, and I've got it marked, so we need to put 2 in that one. Okay, and you're just going to crochet around. Oh, did it again. 2, 4, let's see. Yep, that's 4. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, let's do our row markers. Let's see, 1, our counter, I mean. 2, we've done 2 rows. Now it says single crochet in next stitch, and then 2 single crochet in the next stitch and repeat, and we should have 18 stitches. Let's take out that stitch marker. Put it back in, because we want to know where our beginning row stitch is. All right, so next we do 2 single crochets in the same stitch, and then 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets in the next stitch, 1 single crochet in the next stitch, 2 single crochets, 1 single crochet in the next stitch, 2 single crochets in the next stitch, 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets in the next stitch, 1 single crochet, and we'll end the round with 2 single crochets in the next stitch. Now we're supposed to have 18 stitches. Let's see if we do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yay, we've got 18 stitches. Okay. click the round. We're done with round 3. Let's go to round 4. Okay, round 4 is you single crochet in the next 2 stitches. So that's 1 single crochet, put your stitch marker back in, close it, because if you don't, it's probably gonna fall out. Okay, and another single crochet in second stitch, and then we go 2 single crochets in the next stitch. So 1 single, 1 single, 2 singles. Single, 1 single, 2 singles, 1 single, 1 single, 2 singles, 1 single, 1 single, 2 singles, 1 single, 1 single, 2 singles. Alright, that's the end of round 4. And we should have 24 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yay, we got 24 stitches. Okay, so remove the stitch marker. And we are working on round 5. And that is single crochet in the next 3 stitches. And then 2 single crochet in the next stitch, and you repeat that from all the way around. So we've got 1 single, and don't forget to place the stitch marker and snap it closed. We've got 2 singles and 3 singles, and there we go. And now we need 2 singles in 1 stitch. Alright, and we go single, 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 and then 2. And then single, 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 and then 2. Single, 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 and then 2. Single, 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 2. Single, This round we should have 30. Into round 5. Round 6 says single crochet in next 4 stitches, and then 2 single crochet in next stitch. Repeat from around. So let's remove the stitch marker and do a single. Put the stitch marker back on. Snap it shut. Single, single, single. That's 4 singles, and now 2 and 1, and we do 4 in each. 4 in, well, 1, 2, 3, 4. The next 4 stitches, 1 in each. And 2 singles, and 1, 1 in the next, 1 in the next, 1 in the next. Now 2 in the next one. And then 2 stitches, single crochets in the next stitch, and then 4 singles in the next 4 stitches. 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, all right, 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets in the last stitch. Alright, that's the end of round 6. Now round 7, it's single crochet in next 5 stitches, and then 2 single crochets in the next stitch. And we should end up with 42 stitches. Right now we have 36 stitches. Alright, so it's 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, 3 single crochet, 4 and 5. Now 2 and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now 2 and 2 and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 and 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 and 1. Okay, that's the end of round 7. Now it says rounds 8 through 12, we're going to single crochet in each stitch around. So I will stop here and do that off camera, and I'll meet you back on round 13. Alright, now we're done with rounds 8 through 12. That pretty much made the head. And we're going to start decreasing now. And they want us to do an invisible decrease, which I'll show you how to do that. Let's move our stitch marker. This is round 13. Okay, so we single crochet in the next 5 stitches. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to do one invisible decrease. And to do that, instead of going through both loops, you're going to just go through the front loop, pull up a stitch, go through the front loop of the next stitch, pull up a loop, and you've got 3 loops on, and there you go. Instead of going through both loops of a stitch, you go through the front loop only. That's the invisible decrease. So let's do, we've done that, so we do 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to do that invisible decrease. Here we go. Then we're going to do 5 again. Do an invisible decrease. And then 5. Let me go back to that one. Looks like I lost the stitch. Okay, invisible decrease. Do this all the way around. 13. All right, you'll want to count your stitches after each round just in case. You know how it is. So that's the end of round 13, and round 14 you single crochet in each round. I mean in each stitch around. Put our stitch marker in. And I'll do this off camera and meet you at the end. All right, done with round 14. Let's go on to round 15. Move the stitch marker. And single crochet in next 4 stitches, then invisible decrease. So that's 1 we've got done, 2, 3, let's go back, get that in right. Stitch marker back in, because you know what happens if we don't. We be lost. We be lost. All right, that's 1 stitch, 2, 3, 4. Now invisible decrease. Singles, 2, 3, 4, invisible decrease, singles, 1, 2, 3, 4, invisible decrease, one, singles, 2, 3, 4, invisible decrease, singles, 1, 2, 3, 4, invisible decrease, singles, 1, 2, 3, 4, invisible decrease. All right, we're done with round 15, and we should have 30 stitches. It'd be a good idea to go ahead and count your stitches, because you just never know. Okay, so I'm gonna do round 16 is single crochet in each stitch around, and I'll do that one off camera and meet you back. Ready for round 17. Let's take the stitch marker off. And round 17 is single crochet in next 3 stitches and then invisible decrease. So let's get the first single in, stitch marker in place, stitch 2, stitch 3. Now invisible decrease. 3 singles, 1, 2, let's do that again, 3, invisible decrease, 1, 2, 3, invisible decrease, singles, 1, 2, 3, invisible decrease, singles, 1, 2, 3, invisible decrease, singles, 2, 3, invisible decrease. Now that's the end of row 17, and we should have 24 stitches. Row 18 is single crochet in each stitch around, so I will do that off camera and meet you back. Alright, we're done with round 18, and now it says to stuff firmly, and you want to take your polyfill. I always pull it apart a little bit. Put it in a little bit at a time. It says stuff firmly. This is the whale's head. So we'll just stuff it in there. You want to look at it, make sure you're getting it pretty round. Really stuff it in there. Looks pretty good. Put a little bit more in there. I had to turn my ceiling fan on. It's hotter than a firecracker where I'm at. It's steamy hot. All right. Looks good. Now round 19. Single crochet in next 2 stitches and then invisible decrease. So let's give it a go. Single, stitch marker back in, single, invisible decrease, one single, 2 single, invisible decrease, 1 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 single, 2 single, invisible decrease. And that's round 19. Round 20, we're going to keep decreasing. I'm going to do 1 single, that stitch marker in there. Okay, it's 1 single, invisible decrease, 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 1 single, invisible decrease. All right, it's the end of round 20. We have 12 stitches. Okay, and now round 21 through 24, we will be single crocheting around. I'm going to stuff a little more stuffing in here, because this hole right there is getting tiny. Okay, that's good. All right. I will meet you at the end of round 24. All right, now we're at the end of row 24, and it says stuff firmly and do not fasten off. So we got to get this stuffing in here. It says stuff firmly again. A little bit more. All right. Now it's time to work on the tail fins, and there's 2 fins just like this. There's 1, 2. You work each one separate, so they're calling it side 1. So it says single crochet in next 6 stitches, leaving remaining stitches unworked. Do not join, work in continuous rounds. Okay. So this is our first stitch. I'm going to mark my first stitch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then there should be 6 left over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Okay, so it says leave the remaining unworked, so we will not work these on this side yet. And we're going to work in continuous rounds on this side. So take that stitch marker out of there, come over here, and grab this one. Alright, that's our first stitch. It's 1, 'Okay, so this is round 2. It says single crochet in next stitch, 2 single crochet in next stitch. So I already did the 1, so we'll do 2 single crochets in this stitch, and 1 single crochet in this stitch, 2 single crochets in this stitch, 1 single crochet in this stitch, 2 single crochets in this stitch, let's see. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's like there's the 9th one right there. Okay, take the stitch marker out. Let's put this back to 0. And this is actually round 2. Okay. Now, round 3, we're going to increase again, single crochet in 2 stitches, and then 2 single crochets in each stitch. We're going to have 12 stitches. Okay, so here's our first stitch. Single crochet, put our stitch marker in, another single crochet in the next stitch, we will increase by 1 in this stitch. Single crochet, single crochet, increase, single crochet, single crochet, increase. Alright, that should be 12 stitches into row 3. Row 4 and 5, it's a single crochet in each stitch around. I will do that off camera and meet you back. Alright, done with row 5. And this is what your fin should look like. Now they skipped row 6. There is no row 6. It must be a typo. So on the pattern it's row 7, but it's really row 6. We're supposed to single crochet in next stitch. Don't forget to put the stitch marker back in. Here we go. And then invisible decrease in the next stitch. Single crochet, invisible decrease, single crochet, invisible decrease, single crochet, invisible decrease. That's the end of that row. last row we're going to invisible decrease 4 times. There we go. That's one. Stitch marker back in. That's 2 decreases. Here's this one. Three. And 4. All right, that's the end of that fin. Take the stitch marker out, and it says fasten off leaving a long tail, but you don't really need a very big long tail, so just long enough to weave in the end inside the little whale. There we go. Now some of that stuffing's sticking out. Stuff that back in there. Now side 2, we're going to join the main color to the first stitch. There should be 6 stitches left over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to go in this one right here. Okay. Chain 1 and single crochet. You're going to just single crochet back down into that chain 1 space that you chain 1. That'll be your first single crochet. Just single crochet in each one. There'll be 6. That's 3. Four. 5. And 6. Okay. Now we have to repeat the rounds on side 1, 2 to 8 it says. So let's reset this. We already did 1. Okay, so we single crochet in the next stitch, which is this one over here. That's our first stitch. Now we put 2 single crochets in the next stitch. single crochet in the next stitch, two single crochets in the next stitch, crochet in the next stitch, two single crochets in the last stitch. That's round 2. Should be 9 stitches. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Okay. So round 3 is single crochet in next 2 stitches. So there's 1. The stitch marker back in. 2, now we're going to increase, two singles, increase, two singles, increase. Should be 12 stitches. End of round 3. So rounds 4 and 5 are single crochet in each stitch around, and I will meet you back when that's done. Alright, done with round 5. Now we are going to single crochet in the next stitch. Don't forget that stitch marker. Okay. Now we're going to invisible decrease. Single crochet, invisible decrease. Single crochet, invisible decrease. Single crochet, invisible decrease. That's the end of that round. Now the last round for this, it's invisible decrease 4 times. There's 1. 2, 3, and 4. Now we're done with that fin. Take out the stitch marker. And fasten off. Alright, now we just need to weave in our ends. However many times you want to weave it in. Weave this in. Do some more. Could have left it longer. There we go. Now it says to make some eyes, but I did not make eyes on mine. I just embroidered them on like so. So you'll want to look at your piece and kind of see. Let's see, I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 9 rows. Yep, about 9. I always like to put this long needle through. yarn. You can go down, make your eyes as big as you want. I think I'll go down 3 stitches. You go back up to this through the same loop where you entered. Do the same, go in the same holes. Just hold the yarn on one side or the other of the stitch, the first stitch. Now we're going on this side. Going back on the other side. This side in. And there's this little eye. And you want to go across where you have the other needle. And go down 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. Do the same thing on this side. Doesn't matter which side you go on first. I think I'll go that way. Just wanting to go that way anyway. That should do it. Okay. Now just go back down to where you came in. Go through that same hole. A knot. Cut it off. Stuff it back in. Whatever jewel you can stuff it in with. Good. Get it that way in there. There you go. Alright. Now, I'm going to put a little accent around the eyes with the white. I like using this needle. It's not too sharp, but it's sharp enough. Okay, you want to go at the top where you came in. Pull it about, leave that much, then go back down, then go back over here to the top. And hold your thumb over there so it goes on that side of the eye. Gives it a little accent. And then do the same on this one. And this time I'm going to come up in the top part of this eye. Just a little cut there. Just a little sparkle in the eye. You don't want to pull it that tight. There we go, just like that. Pull that back out. There we go. Now we'll do the same thing over here. Go ahead and do the little dot. We'll come out the bottom where we entered. Pull it too tight. Pull it back out. There we go. We'll tie these off. Hold it. Go back down in there. There we go. We got the eyes done. Everything's done except for the spout. Alright, for the spout we take the main color and we will make a magic ring. And we will do 5 single crochets. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll join the ring. we chain 1, we single crochet in each stitch, 2 single crochet in each stitch around. So we'll go back into that one, the first stitch, and do 2 single crochets where we chained 1. Okay, let's place our stitch marker. Okay, 2 single crochets in the next stitch. Two single crochets in the next stitch. 2 single crochets in the next stitch. Two single crochets in the next stitch. Two single crochets in the next stitch. I think I have more stitches than I need. Oh well, we'll just leave it like that. Okay. Now we will chain 1. We will join and then chain 1. Working in back loops only. We're going to single crochet around. Alright, we're going to join, fasten off. And this time we really do want to leave a long tail because we're going to sew this to the top of the little whale. Alright, now we need to take four inches of the teal. This is the water coming out of his spout. Measure 4 inches. You do that 4 times. I've got 2. 3 and 4. Now we want to take this, fold it in half, and pull the center of the group through rounds 1 and 2 of the spout. So here's the middle. So we'll kind of go over here a little bit. We'll take these, hold on to them, and pull them through this hole. There we get it. There through that hole. Okay. Now we got to pull the piece on the bottom through the middle. Which seems harder to me. So I'm going to do half at a time. Alright, got them all through. I'll cut the loops here. And trim it off. There, we gave it a haircut. Okay, now what we gotta do is sew this to the whale's head. Okay, it kind of goes in between the eyes, like that. Just grab you a piece, pull it through, go through the top, just go back and forth. Like so. You can always take you a little needle and hold it in place so you're not having to hold it. Alright, this is the whale, what it looks like, all done. Just like so. You'd want to weave in your ends when you're done on the top, just like we did before. And there you have it. I'm thinking about trying this whale pattern in some Premier Chanel. What do you think, guys? Should I do it? Should I do a video on it or no? I'd like to see what this looks like in the plushy yarn. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Thanks, guys, and as always, have a great day. See you next time.